Joined now by author Brendon Burchard, who's joining me to talk today about the challenges of starting a business. Brendon, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So Brendon, you're the author of several business books, from The Millionaire Messenger to your latest, it's just out, The Charge, which focuses more on personal development. Are you sensing a reluctance from aspiring entrepreneurs to jump into an economy like this today?
Yeah, they're terrified. You know, it used to be you start a business and your whole focus is how do you produce something, how do you become profitable. Now it's managing fear and anxiety because of the economy.
Okay, so fear and anxiety, those are big words. Fear and anxiety about what? Tax, regulation, their lack of preparation or experience in business? I mean, what do they voice
Well,
into?
you know, the two things in business are always the same thing. It's personal performance, how do you get the best out of yourself, and then it's business performance, how do you profit and grow. And so that performance thing on both sides is freaking people out. What's freaking them out is this emotional residue in which the economy is still put on us, which is, I'm scared to take action, I know I can't get loans, I know the economy isn't supporting me, and they're not worried about what's happening in the White House or in Congress. They're not worried about the halls of politicos. They're worried about how do I get people in my front door today.
So they might not necessarily draw the policy linkage between what's going on in Congress in terms of, for example, the tax cliff that's going to hit us next year or the cost of Obamacare. But they do know what's going on in their bottom line. And perhaps they're maybe talking to their local politicians about that, one would hope. Okay, so they're facing all these very complex challenges on the regulatory side, the tax front. Your new book, The Charge, it's about personal motivation. How to get more, I think, more living out of life, I think is the catchphrase that you had. Really, but why do I need to buy a book like this? I mean, isn't going out there and experiencing the ups and down cycles of the market enough? Yeah,
not for the small business owner. You know, I'm blessed to be out there with thousands of them every single month, and they all say the same thing. It's not just how I'm going to grow my business. It's, you know what, I don't have the clarity and the confidence that I used to have. You talk to small business owners and they are freaked out, and when they're freaked out they take less action. When they take less action, the economy doesn't grow. And it's true, it all emanates from us. How are we performing?
Well, Brendon, that sounds like actually risk-taking. I mean, risk-taking is essential to the capitalist system. How do you read a book and say, okay, now I'm going to go out and risk my $20,000 in savings. It's all I have in this terrible economy. I mean, you know...
It's knowing how to pick your choices and pick your passions. You know, this is a time when you can invest in anything. I mean, you can start up a business tomorrow online this fast. It takes very little to start a business anymore. Now it's about what is it you want to do, and specifically, do you know how to set up a series of challenges and have the clarity to do those challenges well? One of the #1 drives of the human desire is for competence. We want to know we can understand, succeed at, and master different areas of our lives. Right now, very few people believe they can master this part of their lives, the business area, because of what we've seen in the economy. And as you know, most businesses, they're falling or failing in 2 to 3 years. So this idea that they're looking out, way out in advance in terms of policy, we wish that was true. They're just trying to figure out how to sell more cupcakes.